Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. He conquers the markets, he turns water into wine. His timing flows where chaos turns divine. Cut sharp enough to time the sign. Yeah, this man's no common trader. He commands the market's numbers. We call him Chef Bailey. The market bends beneath his flame. Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. Markets move, they twist and swing. Every tick can burn or bring. Ryan keeps calm, he trusts his thing. The charts tell him everything. But when T1 makes ding, 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 the futures spread their hidden wing. And he is ready for anything. Vic's still looking like a restless king. Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then
Ready to stop guessing and start growing as a trader? Welcome to Vici Trading Solutions, a community built by real traders for serious learners. We don't just post trades, we teach the why behind every move. With a full education section and daily breakdowns, you'll start seeing the market like a pro. You won't be trading alone. Inside the Vici Discord, you're surrounded by committed traders, from futures pros to rising crypto specialists, all learning and winning together. Gain first access to our exclusive indicators, powerful tools used daily by hundreds across TradingView and beyond. These aren't gimmicks, they're built to sharpen your edge. Each morning, our founder posts a full trading plan for the S&P 500 or NASDAQ and calls out the levels he's watching live. No fluff, just clarity. Education, tools, community. Whether you trade futures, stock, or crypto, Vici gives you the foundation and firepower to grow. Join Vici, trade smarter, conquer the markets.
Oh, hello. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday, everyone. Hope everybody enjoyed getting their balls squeezed today, because that's exactly what we got. And more importantly, I hope everybody is staying warm. I don't know where you guys are located at, but I am in central Indiana now. I recently moved from Chicago about a year and a half ago, and this was the first real snowstorm we had. I know it hit everybody in the Midwest, but damn, did it get us good. We had at least a foot of snow, and right now it's like 0 out or -10. I would hate to be homeless today. Obviously, I'd hate to be homeless any day, but definitely this weekend was a rough one for sure. So I hope everyone is staying warm. It is brutal out there, and I haven't even been out of the house in a couple of days, so I shaved just for you guys. How do I look? Pretty good? All right, that's what's up. So fair enough. So today we're going to talk all the goods as usual. And as usual, the trade plan from the weekend review was spot on. I mean, I don't think it could have been any better if I tried. I did try, but I'm just saying, it was really, really good. And it was so good to the point where really by the time the market opened, it was really hard to get on the trade. So we're going to talk about it, and we're going to do some things differently today because I was pretty much busy all afternoon. I took some highlights for you guys. We're going to talk about the trade plan. And after that, I haven't even looked at the charts since probably 2 o'clock. So we're going to look at them together. We're going to look at some levels for tomorrow and figure out exactly what the heck is going on, because we are cruising. I mean, they were up like 120 points from the overnight lows, which is pretty insane. So before we get there, as usual, let's get into this. You got to follow me across all these socials. I really appreciate it. Ryan Bailey Edge across YouTube, Substack, X, and TradingView. I have some free indicators on TradingView, and I have some other ones that are for paid subs. If you are a paid sub, which there was quite a few that subbed this weekend, if you are a paid sub, hit me up on the DM, give me your TradingView username. I will totally get you locked in for the 80% rule indicator and the algo edge cloud. So good stuff. You guys got to check it out. My man Rob is actually working on a new rendition of Algo 1, which has been highly anticipated. I've been getting all kinds of people asking for it. And, he's busy. He's got his head down over here. He's nerding out on the coding shit. So I'm like, bro, take a break. Let's finish this. Let's give people this, because I got a guy in the room. He is absolutely crushing it with Algo 1. And to be honest, I'm a little jealous. So I think we need to get this out for everybody. Sag, I'm talking about you, man. Congratulations on your good numbers. And you've been putting up some hits. And I know you say it's all about that indicator. So I definitely want to get that to other people. Rob, Sandra, how you guys doing? Pleasure to have you here. And Rob, I hope that's you, Rob. I hope you're working on Algo 1 or Algo Edge now. We'll figure it out. So anyways, now that you guys have followed across all the socials, don't forget, restack, retweet, whatever, all that. Let's get the word out. We are doing some amazing things with these trade plans. And you know what's crazy? I was thinking about it. These things are $50 a month. Do you guys realize that is 1 point in the ES or $2.50 a trading day? That is less than a cup of coffee. And these things are putting out the hits. I mean, thousands of dollars every day. I got guys in the room who are trading the plants who can prove it, right? Because it's not about me. I can make $1 million, but if you guys can't put this trade plan into action, then what good is it? But I've got guys, I got proof. I got the squad over here doing their damn thing, and it is awesome. So let's get right into it, shall we? We're going to start, as usual, with the market context. So this is straight out of the weekend review. This is my flagship publication, guys. I put this out every weekend. It's across all the socials, Substack, Twitter, YouTube, whatever. It's a video. It's usually about 20 minutes long. It covers some really just a high time frame, to kind of get the bigger picture look of what we think is going to happen. And boy, was it spot on this time. So here we go. Make it or break it, right? So the daily loss versus the weekly hold. Well, we had lost on the daily in the 4-hour time frame, but we had not lost on the weekly. All we did was sweep the leg. We talked about this, which gave us a very nice liquidity sweep and really was able to pop us up pretty nice. So we were sandwiched real tight into a spot. As you can see, I even talk about the SPX sandwich right here, the 6901, the 6929 sandwich, and then, of course, our 6903 weekly support. And even pointed out to everybody, Monday will likely be a big make it or break it day. Hang on. Let me grab the crystal ball. And it was. Okay. All right. And so we're going to get right into it now. So check this out. You're going to like this. All right, here we go. So I'm going to start with SPX because why not, right? So here is the chart that I put out in the weekend review. As you can see, 69.29. Let me zoom in here. This was the above, and 69.01 is the below. Pretty easy, right? Go above here, you get long. You go down here, you get short. I think we can all handle that. Well, here you go. So 69.29 was the ceiling and the big gap fill. If we get above this, we could move higher and go to all-time highs. Well, our next resistance was 69, 66.28. But I'm still a firm believer above this level, we're going to go to all-time highs. So let's just put that in. Let's just put a pin in it right now, shall we? So this is going to be a good one, right? So just to show you guys what was cracking, here we go. So I'm going to pull this over now. So boom, here we go. 69.29. That was our level. We immediately broke above it in the cash session, and she was off and running. That was it. She's gone. She's gone. And it went almost all the way up to our 69.66. Almost got there. Now, one of the things you got to keep in mind, and we're going to get to this when we get done talking about the plan, but hey, what was once resistance now becomes support. Let's not forget that, right? So we're looking at this area when we come back down. I think that's going to be a jolly spot to play, right? So now let's go ahead and talk about VIX, because, this is all building. The momentum's building. You know how we do, right? So here is the picture of the VIX. Obviously, I got it pretty detailed for everybody this weekend. I was feeling all awesome with the snow. And so, I was trapped in the house, and I decided to make a sweet-ass trade plan for everybody. And so we talked about how, once again, the VIX, it's in the $15 handle. Every time it gets down there, what does it do? It pops, right? And so that is what happened for us over the weekend. We actually gapped down about 60 points. which in turn gapped the VIX up. But what did we say here? So they W'd out. This really could take us back to our big monthly and daily resistance at 1744 to 1762. This is a big spot to overcome. That's this spot here. We've talked about this. This was our previous breakout spot from last week or week and a half, whatever. It's been a big spot for a long time. But regardless, and then we had this pivot right here. We used the 1651 weekly, which is tested, as above or below for guidance, right? I don't know how much clearer I can make this shit for you guys. I mean, I'm looking at this, I'm like, man, this is so simple. Like, if you can't follow this, baby, I don't know. They're not saying anything bad. All right, so here we go. So check this out. Here is, boom, here's the market. Here's what happened today. Boom, the W pattern. We W'd out, right? Remember, this could take us back to 1744 to 1762. Where did we end up? Amazing. And then boom, they fell all day. And look what they used for the pivot, 1651. They literally stopped. This was all pre-market. They hit it pre-market. This is where we opened. We opened at 1651 and immediately dumped. Okay, boom. I mean, for real? Did he really do it like that? I did it just like that. And it really is that simple. I mean, guys, this is what's up. The trade plans are the juice. I mean, I swear to God, listen, I don't have a fucking crystal ball. I'm not a prophet. I just trade the process. And the process tells us, and it works every fucking time. I get on here with you guys, and it's so crazy how it works. Sorry for swearing, but I do get excited just because this is my jam. This is my career. This is what I do when I see it work every day. So nice. Shit gets me hyped. And then I see boys in the room making money, and girls, let me rephrase that, and girls. When I see people in the room checking bag from this, and I love it. And then, of course, they give me pats on the back, and I'll take them all day long, right? So, all right. So here's the deal. All right. So let me find this. So we only have, today was such a squeezy session. Today was like, pardon my French, but they grabbed the testicles and they squeezed today. They just squeezed, and it was just insane. I couldn't believe it. I was telling Rob, some of the guys, I'm like, why did I wake up at 5:30 in the morning for this? What a squeezy ass session, right? So check this out. Here we go. All right. So this was the big boy, and it happened last night at the open. I decided actually, oh, well, you know what? I'm not going to trade the Sunday open. I'm going to hang out and do things with my family. I'm going to be a dad and a family guy. Well, this is shame on me for loving my kids, because I'll tell you what, they played this 68.80 perfect and reclaimed this 69.03. And we never looked back ever. This was the big spot. As you can see, I had this in red for below and red above. We don't want to get below this. And this is where the resistance is at, right? So here we go. Immediate support, 69.03, right? The make it or break it level, 68.80. This is our big one, right? So it's like I had all this stuff here, 4 hour, weekly, previous weekly value area low. We had all the juice here. It was all good. And so when they played this, actually, by the time I looked at this, this was when I actually took the snapshot. It was last night. I was like, fuck me, no way. I was all like, oh, right before bed. I'm like, really? Because it wasn't just a little bit. This is what, 20 points to here. This is like 40. Let's see. This is like 50 points pop after the 60-point gap. And by the way, not to toot my own horn, but I'm going to do it. I called the gap down. I'm like, hey, look at this. We're probably going to gap down. You can watch the video. You don't blame me. We'll put 20 on it. I'll bet you. But yeah, definitely said it. And we did. And we played the area. And then they just raped fools on the squeeze all day long. Just an incredible reclaim of this 03 and 12 area. I kept saying if they play 03 or reclaim 03 and get back above 12, it's over. Forget about it. It's just going to go. And we did. The 69.12, they just got on the pony all day. It was crazy. So I was a little frustrated because I wanted a pullback. I even told everybody in the room, here's what we're going to buy, and this is what we're going to do. And none of that came to fruition. The only thing that did come out of this whole day, unfortunately, because again, they just got lemon squeezy all day, right? So this is my, this is a 15-minute chart, not 5-minute. All right, so right here, we talked about the resistance, right? The red box resistance, the 64, the daily, and the weekly at 77. That was our tested daily, previous weekly value area high, untested weekly. This is all resistance. We need to break above 64 and 77 to clear the path higher. And if you recall, I even showed a picture of the weekly TPO and drew little pretty lines on it for everybody. One of the upsides was above the weekly value area high, and boom, there we go. So we took 64 up, then they thought about it for a little bit, and then we took 77 up. Now, where was our big resistance? We have more resistance at 7,004. Very similar. It's a weekly, very similar to SPX, where it really got super close to that one weekly, but it didn't quite get there. But again, we're more than likely, and it's crazy to say, on a path to all-time highs again. I mean, just, buy, because why not? I don't know if you guys saw silver hit like 117 today. Gold's over 5 Gs. Assets are going bananas as they continue to devalue this dollar. People have to put their money somewhere. PE ratios are out the window. They do not care. They got to fight inflation. They got to fight this. And so where do you put your money? Just stuff it in the market, because why not? We're going higher, and that is the deal. I was just talking about this with somebody today. Tesla's PE ratio is 300. And, people are piling in at the all-time highs. Why? Because it's the future. It's robots. It's whatever. It's self-driving. All the fundamentals are gone. That shit's over with. They're devaluing the dollar. Just buy it. Let it go. Buy it. So, and that is pretty much what happened today. And I saw this crazy statistic. So I don't know if I told you guys, but I pumped in Perplexity into our Discord room, and anybody can ask it questions when you're in there, anything market related. And it actually, was talking about the first week of January. And you guys know I'm a huge statistic guy. One of the reasons why I partnered with Edgeful, obviously, because they're awesome at statistics for daily time for daily trading. By the way, real quick, they are ending their 2-week free trial on the 1st. You guys have less than a week. The link is in this post right now. If you want to try it for 2 weeks, or maybe it's a week, 7 days, get in there and check it out. It's so worth it. The statistics, just make screenshots for Christ's sakes. Find the things that you like. Find the overnight breakouts, or the imbalanced breakouts, or the gap fill. All this stuff that has statistics around it. You guys really need to know this if you're trading for real. And if you're just playing around, then maybe you don't need to know it. But for me, I'm trading for real. This is how I feed my family, so I need to know the numbers, and that's a good one. So, anyways, I was talking to Perplexity today in the room because I love AI. It always tells me what I want. And so it's way better than my wife. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding if you're watching, babe. I'm just kidding. So anyways, I thought this was an insane post, actually an insane statistic. I actually pulled this up because, Perplexity actually told me in the room. It said, oh, well, the first 5 days and et cetera, et cetera. And I don't know if you guys remember, but last August I talked about the Golden Cross, which was the 100 over the 200 that's only happened 5 times in the market ever. And it always has preceded like 15% gains over a year and 30% gains over 2 years. Then we've had other things that have led us to believe that we could go higher, fundamentals, et cetera, whatever, deflation of the dollar. And then we have something called the trifecta. You guys should check this post out. This is free. Just get on there and get on the Substack and look at it. It's free. You guys should all know this because it'll probably keep you from shorting, just to be honest, like for real. So apparently there's an indicator that says the first 5 days just flashed a major signal that has an 83% win rate. 83, guys, listen. A 60% win rate makes you a god in trading. Anything that's over 80% is ridiculous. So check this out. Over the past 74 years, the first 5 days in January have been the best indicator, right? So check this out. I believe let's see if I can find this exact. It has an 83% historical probability. Here we go. The first 5 days, it did over 1.1%, which basically, here's the trifecta. It's the Santa Claus rally, the first 5 days. And if the month of January will close green, if all 3 of these happen, we go like crazy bullish, and that's it. Now they missed the Santa Claus rally by 0.5 point, whatever. I think we all traded that. We were all slightly disappointed it was long. I know I was. And then we've got the first 5 days, which actually it was huge. We were up 1.1%, which is a big deal. And then of course the month of January, which clearly seems to be very strong. We only have a week left. So if this happens, if this trifecta happens, and really it's about the first 5 days, it is a massive bullish confirmation that we will more than likely do at least 16% positive again this year. Another 16%. Just long the Hail Mary. I mean, does this market ever come down? I don't think so. And I'm getting to the point where I think we should just remove the short button because this shit is getting crazy, right? So here we go again with another ridiculous statistic with an 83% historical edge that basically says, due to the fact that the first 5 days were green, that we will more than likely see a 16% average gain. Look at this. I'm going to zoom. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. There you go. There you go. Since 1950, 83% win rate. 16% average gain. Just insane. I just can't believe. I mean, I can believe it, but just crazy. This market just never stops. You might as well just get long and hold on for dear life because every time we think that it's getting soft, they just buy it right back up. So I thought this was a really cool statistic that I wanted to share with you guys. If you get a chance, check out the post. I've done all kinds of stuff on statistics, guys. You know that that's the jam. I mean, math is trading. It is everything. Right. And so this is another one. It's just leaning us farther into the bull camp. And we've got that JPM collar that's higher. We've got everything that's pointing us up well over 7,000, which is pretty much where we're at now. And it really looks like we're starting to build more value in this area once again. Now, like I told you, I haven't looked at the charts very much today. I've been gone. And actually, Bryce is probably on here. I can't tell because Substack has been playing games. Every time I try to stream and look at, Substack, I can't really tell who's on here. But so anyways, for all of you, if you're saying anything, hello. But with that being said, I wanted to kind of go over tomorrow and just figure out what's up. Yeah, Bryce, what's up? I see you on here now. I can't tell if you're saying anything, but what's up, homie? Good to see you, bro. And I know you like it when I talk about this and, listen, I'm going to throw it out there. We're going to talk about this, but look, dude, we're going up. I mean, it's really just what are we going to buy? Now that weekly, which we talked about yesterday, actually, you and I were talking chats. You're like, hey, the weekly's up here. I'm like, yeah, bro, we didn't lose anything. And they got a reaction, 7-8 points, big deal, right? But we knew that weekly had played on SPX, which I will just talk about right now. But you know what? Let's just show this because it's going to be important context to what we're going to be talking about right now. So this was the weekly essentially that kept rolling over. This was our weekly at 69.77. Now they kept missing it on ES, but we know SPX is the jam. So we kind of keep an eye on this. And I even told Bryce, I said, hey, listen, we've kind of rolled. This is our thing. If they don't really react here, it's just going to keep going up. Right. And so, he's a smart guy. He listens to me. I like it, Bruce. All right. So let's get it. Okay. So here we go. So I'll show you what's up. So as you can see right here, let me pull this over. Hang on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. All right. Sorry, guys. I really didn't anticipate doing all this. We're just kind of on the fly here. We're going to play around. So this roll right here that you guys see, let me go to the 30-minute. Let's get rid of this nonsense. Jeez Louise. Look at all these indicators. Terrible. Or stats. I actually built all my Edgeful stat, everything that we have in Edgeful, I built it for Sierra charts, so I don't have to look at it and it draws the lines. It's cool. So anyways, long story short, this daily right here was also the previous weekly value area high. We kept smacking from this daily, right? Even though the weekly was up higher, which led me to believe that since we got these reactions and we continued to play this weekly on SPX, that when we actually moved into the weekly on ES, it probably wouldn't do much. And we were right. Okay. So, this is something that we discussed, and Bryce, I know you're watching, so it is what it is, right? So this is kind of what I was thinking here. Now, what are we going to do now? Well, like I said, this really, and I'm going to just pull out and take a look here. Okay, let's see. Hang on. Let's see. I need to put my thinking cap on here. Give me 1 second. All right. This is pretty simple. Simple stuff. Simple. All right, so listen, we know looking at SPX, let me pull up my pen. Where's my pen? Where's it at? Give me that pen. All right, we know that 69.29.94 is our big breakout. We talked about week in review. We just talked about it just now. And we know it all goes to shit underneath 69.01. So In order for us to continue to move higher, we need to play the resistance that is now support, just like I talked about, right? So 69, 29, 94 is now basically untested. It could be a little deeper than that. It could be 69, 26, as this is the daily. We clearly played it from the top down once already, but now it's been reset. Bryce, you're a course holder. You know what it means to be reset. For the rest of you guys who aren't course holders, just know it's untested and we can buy it, okay? That's really all you got to worry about. But it all kind of goes bad underneath here. Now, I know you're like, well, dude, that's 30 points. Of course it goes bad. I don't make the rules. I'm just trading it, right? So here's the deal. Like, we do have a midpoint support at 69, 14, 44. Let's call it 50. But really what we want to see is that 69, 26 area play. And I am still trying to find my pin. This thing hates me. I'm so sorry. Where is this thing? Come on, Pin. You can do it. Where are you at? There you are. Okay, sorry. You guys should. I got 8 screens here. And when we do this, I got shit everywhere. So I'm sorry. All right. So we got 69, 29 through 28 through 26. So this is our buy spot. If they come in here, right, we got 14, right? And then, but they play 14, we got to be careful because we got to get back over 29. All right. So that's the thing. If 14 fails, we're probably coming down. Okay, so really it's not a 30-point spot. It's like 13, 14. Let's call it 15. And this is where it kind of all breaks bad. Okay. So I really truly think that this area is going to hold. I mean, they got really close to 66. Look at that weekly. But I would, just based on the fact that it is a super high time frame level, if we come down, I'll look for this area to play. And this is truly going to be a great target. And obviously, what will more than likely happen, it'll do like this, right? Because we're going to make all-time highs again. It's just going to happen, right? So, this was such a big spot, and I don't know if we actually gained on the daily again. I mean, we didn't, but we're way up here in support. I mean, we're on our way up. So that is what I'm looking at for SPX. As long as we hold this area, we are good to go. So nothing to worry about there. Hope you're taking notes, Bryce, my man. And let me go ahead and pull up ES. Hang on, give me a second here. How long? Oh, no, don't do that. Okay. So here's the daily. Give me a second. Let me take a look here. All right. So we still got this 35, which I saw down here from this morning. I was even willing to buy that, but they just squeezed balls. It was crazy. So we are really looking to play 69, 64 for the retest on the pullback. Bloop, bloop, get back above 77. We should easily see 7,004 and then probably new all-time highs. I just want to point something out that I noticed this morning. And I didn't really mention it in the trade plan, but it was because I didn't really think it was a big deal, which it wasn't. But something that you all should know, a lot of the reasons that we're getting this squeezy momentum is because we're still in negative gamma. I don't know if you guys saw, but in the trade plan this morning, I actually I didn't talk about it, but I actually showed how let me just show you guys this. This is crazy. I was really shocked when I saw this, actually. And for those of you who want to see what this looks like, hey, there I am. It's a good-looking fella. All right, hang on. That's a lie. I did not put it in there because it wasn't out yet. Let me look here. Right here. Here we go. I always post these on Monday mornings for everybody. Look at this. The negative gamma level was 70.25 or greater. I mean, we're going to be in negative gamma until all-time highs. Now, that might shift tomorrow. We'll see where the dealer positioning happens. I wish I could get the levels tonight. See, the way these work, according to Rob anyway, they do preliminary numbers at 6, and then the real numbers come out at like sometime early a.m. So there's no point in me even talking about it tonight. That's why I usually, publish these in the morning. But as of today, I mean, our all-time high, gamma flip level was above all-time highs. So that generally leads to, volatility and squeeziness and all kinds of shit. So that's what's going on there, right? So, this is crazy. I got to show you this. Look at this. Talk about a test. Look at that weekly. I'm sorry. I get so excited, but Jesus, look at that candle. Anyways, okay. Sorry about that. All right. So here's our 4-hour, right? I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this guy. He got tested. So here's what we're looking at on the 4-hour. So we have, what is this level looking like? Hang on. Let me check out my 1 hour real fast. Hang on. All right. Perfect. All right. So we have a 4-hour top down level at 69.66. This level actually played earlier. If you look at the chart, this played from the bottom side, and the daily played from at 69.64 from the bottom side. I like this level quite a bit. This is also located right around the previous weekly value area high, which leads me to believe that this is a fantastic spot to get long, right? And so if we come down here, essentially we just got to get back above 77. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit just to kind of help you guys out. I know it's sometimes difficult to see what's cooking. There we go. All right, so I'm looking at this 66, 64, 50 level, come down here, play this, reclaim 77, and we're going to come up and, get this 7,004 spot. However, if we push below 64, guys, our support is the 33.50 and 35 daily. This is the daily leg up, okay? I showed you guys, it's right here. This is our daily leg up, but we really want to stay above 64. Otherwise, this is just another hurdle that they have to regain. More than likely, we will stay above it. I didn't look and see what news looks like tomorrow, but that's that. And then ultimately below this thing is kind of in trouble. Kind of. I say kind of, but not really, because we still have this. As long as we're above 03, we're cool. And 03 is still untested, and we have a 4-hour level at 69.04. So they could push under 33, come play the 04 level, regain 12, regain 20, regain the blah, 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 right? So that's kind of how it is in a nutshell. But ultimately, really what we want to see is 64 hold and go. Now, all this can change in the morning. I'll get you the options levels in the morning. We'll see what's up. Of course, they waited till the end of the day to dump. And I say dump, I mean, it wasn't a dump, but hell, they couldn't even rotate 10 points today. So this little dump at the end of the day for 20 points was like the biggest downside move we had all day. So anyways, with that being said, I was not around, but I was like, of course. 350, the murder algo, that's of course they dumped it then. They wouldn't give anybody a grunion all day. So do I think we come down here? I think we could end up down here tonight. So look for this to play. I mean, he might even play it for my Globex, my pajama traders. And they might catch this, and by the time we wake up, we'll be above 77 or some shit. I don't know. I like to pretend I have a crystal ball, but I don't really know. So that's kind of what I got here for you guys. I know this was a little out of the normal for us. Usually I don't lay out the whole thing for everybody, but that's it. And now things can shift and change in the morning. I'm really looking forward to putting the plan out in the morning because, I've tried to keep this super clean and clear. I've got rid of all the BS so that we can get a real clean picture. You guys noticed that 4-hour was crispy. So anyways, I'm going to stop there. Do not forget to try the Edgeful link. You take advantage of the 7 days. They're doing away with it. If you don't, it's your own fault. I can't help you. I can't save them all. Bryce, I can't save them all. Anyways, you guys have a fantastic day. Stay warm. Tomorrow, the trade plan comes out at 8:30, and I will see you same time, same channel, right here for the post-market breakdown. Deuces.